Considering how well the last video did on this topic, you would think that I would make another video on this way sooner instead of waiting, oh, I don't know, 1 year? Okay, damn, it's been 1 year since I made that video. That's crazy. But here it is. When hentai artists make manga 2. This isn't the title. I just thought it sounded funny because how bad and stupid it sounds. I don't really have much to say. I'm just gonna be talking about hentai again. I guess it's cool to have an excuse to read some doujins for content. But like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about the manga now. You know what's funny? For the other manga on this list, I had to read the previous work of the artist, but for this one, I didn't need to go and read it because I have already read this one multiple times, as a matter of fact. Hell, I've also watched it multiple times. This is one of the best doujins I have ever read, also one of the best hentai I've ever seen. This is peak. This is my Bible. This is like a religious text for me. Everything this author makes is gospel for me. I don't know how to say their name, but you, sir or madam, are a god. I didn't even know that there was a manga version for this. And I won't say safe for work because this isn't safe for work. This is still spicy, but like in the best way possible. Unlike one of the other manga that I'm going to be talking about in this video. For those of you who haven't heard about this gift from God, Imaizumi brings all the gals to his house. This is the official name that 7 Seas decided to go with. I hate it. There you go. That's much better. Imaizumi's house is a place for gals to gather, pretty much as the title says. Imaizumi's house has been taken over by 3 gals, Reina, Rudy, and Yukina. And they torment Imaizumi every day by having sex with him. Listen, alright. He doesn't just get play from women. He also gets it from men. Fellas, is it gay to want to kiss your homie if he looks like Imaizumi? Do you guys remember what I said that doujin artists either make a safer work version of their doujins or something that's a complete 180 of what they made originally? Well, this manga is basically what isn't being shown in the doujin. Just the antics that these 4, later 5, get into with each other in school or at Imaizumi's place. It actually feels like you're supposed to read the doujin alongside with the manga because this shows certain scenes that in the manga that they get cut out, which are actually scenes that happen in the doujin. So I would highly recommend either watching the hentai or the doujin for this, if you could find the fucking version of the doujin online anymore because the fucking website deleted it. This manga actually made me like the doujin even more than I already did. Not sure how they managed to do that, but it did. I knew that the relationship between these 4 was surprisingly wholesome just from the doujin, but this gets amped up by 11 in the manga. All the girls are so supportive of him and just want what's best for him. What do I gotta do to get this? Do I have to sell my soul or something? I mean, I'll do it if I could have this or even an ounce of what Imaizumi has. Would you believe me if I told you that all the characters actually have depth now as opposed to what they were like in the doujin? Crazy concept, I know. Reina is... Actually, I said that they all have depth, but looking back on it, I think Reina has the least depth so far. She's the most down bad out of all of them. That's all I have to say. She hasn't gotten her own mini arc yet, at least from this current moment in time. I don't remember how Rudy was in the doujin, but for some reason in the manga, she is a menace to society. She is an actual gang boss. She has her own group of people who work in the shadows for her. She's the daughter of a rich CEO, so she can just buy whatever she wants. And if anyone hurts or insults Imaizumi, she will kidnap them and threaten their entire bloodline. I genuinely think that Rudy is in charge of the entire country of Japan. She has so much power over everyone in the manga. But since she's using it to defend Imaizumi and her friends, I guess it's fine. And ladies and gentlemen, Yukina. I love Yukina. If Yukina is perfection, she is actually amazing. She is so fucking cute and is an amazing person to Imaizumi. If anything bad happens to her, I will wage war with whoever hurts her. If Yukina has 1 million fans, then I am one of them. If Yukina has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Yukina only has 1 fan, this bit's stupid. Yukina's the best girl. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot convince me otherwise. I will actually build a shrine just for Yukina. If this manga doesn't go the harem route and he has to pick 1 girl and he doesn't pick Yukina, I will throw hands with something. I'm not sure with what, but I will throw hands. Like, bro, these 2 are actually the cutest couple I've ever seen. And even the mangaka knows how cute she is because she has gotten more chapters dedicated to her than any other girl. And she is the only one that Imaizumi calls by her first name. Listen, I just believe in Yukina supremacy. Like, well, you can't blame me. You can't fucking blame me. If you haven't read or watched Imaizumi, even if it's the hentai or the manga, do yourself a favor and please watch/read this, because this is some god tier shit. And I will be buying it as soon as the 7 Seas versions of it come out. And if anyone knows where I could buy the doujin as well, that'd be really cool. You could just post it down below in the comments. Please tell me I could buy the doujin somewhere, please. I need it. I can't read it online anymore. It got deleted. Please, someone help me. And to contrast me losing my shit over Imaizumi, here's a dark elf with a slight overwhelming love chased me from a— oh, I can't even fucking read this shit. The manga starts with the hero being transported back to his original world after beating the Demon King, and right as he's about to leave, one of his party members, who was a dark elf, asks him about their promise they made before they started their journey, which was for them to get married after they defeated the Demon King. And right as he's about to be transported back, the dark elf says that she will find a way for them to meet again. And hey, guess what happens? Whoa, who would have guessed that plot development? She goes to his world to be together with him. And can someone explain to me how a 16-year-old who looks like he is 10 years old beat the Demon King? This guy looks like he can barely lift 20 pounds, 9 kilograms for my non-Americans. The funny thing is, I found this manga while trying to find something new to read, and as I was reading this, I had a weird feeling that I recognized this plot and characters, but I chalked it up to it being a reverse isekai story, which occupies the same space in my brain where I store all the trashy isekai manga and anime that I've seen. And only when I got to the fan service parts did I realize that I read the doujin a long time ago, and the only thing I remembered was that I thought the doujin was too horny for me, which I know sounds like a stupid thing to complain about when it comes to doujins, but I'm weird, so that's my excuse. And here's the thing. The manga is also way too horny. Look, if you're going to be making if you're going to make a safe for work version of your smut, you have to make the fan service more tasteful. But in this, it feels like you're just reading the doujin that cock blocks you at every single spicy scene. Every chapter felt like that they were going to do something, but then boom, nothing happens every single time. The one positive thing I will say about this manga is the fact that the dark elf is a crazy yandere who feels like she should be in a horror manga more than anything. What? Is it wrong that I like crazy girls? What's wrong with me liking a girl that will kill you in your sleep just for breathing in the direction of another girl? Is it wrong for me to like it when someone looks at me like this? Also, I think that this is kind of hot. I mean, come on. This isn't at least the slightest bit attractive to you guys. Okay, come on. Say it with me. I can fix her. One more time. I can fix her. One more time for good measure. I can fix her. Out of the 3 things that I read, this one's probably the worst one. Not saying this manga is bad, it's just not good. There isn't enough for me to talk about it since there's only 9 chapters for this that I could find. And hey, I did say that this section was going to be a complete contrast from the last one. I wonder how much longer the Imaizumi section is compared to this one. It can't be that much longer. A couple people in my last video mentioned Boichi, which I did not know he used to be a hentai artist, or else I would have brought him up like in my last video instead of like, I don't know, Sakurai-san or something. But I wasn't really sure like which manga to talk about for this. Like I could talk about like one of his original works, like Origins, or I could talk about how he did the art for like Dr. Stone, or I could talk about his most popular manga, the Sunken Rock. But I'm too lazy to read those because they're super long. And besides, I'm rereading One Piece right now, so it's not like I can really stop reading One Piece. And that's when I realized I could just talk about Ace's story because you know he did the art he did the art for that. I don't know if this counts, but this is an excuse for me to talk about One Piece, so I'm just gonna take it. I just realized that I said that I didn't want to read any of Boichi's manga because they're super long, yet I'm rereading One Piece, which is 1,119 chapters. I really can't defend myself for that one. Yes, for those of you that didn't know, Boichi made a manga version of the light novel for Ace's story, which is great because I know damn well anime/manga fans are not going to go out of their way to read a book. Most anime fans need explosions. They need motion in their media. And honestly, I'm right there with them. I can barely sit down and read a book anymore. And I mean, come on. It's Boichi doing the art. Why wouldn't you want to read this instead of the light novel? Ace's story is a side story of Ace before he joined the Whitebeard Pirates and shows what he did right when he left the village to become a pirate. And if you want to jump in and just read this, don't. If you haven't read One Piece or you are still not at Fishman Island, then I would avoid reading this because there is a massive spoiler within the first 2 pages. Also, you'll just be confused because they mention a lot of stuff that gets mentioned in the main story. Now, this section of the video is not going to be me nerding out about how good this is, because for one, yes, this is amazing. I love this manga. It's amazing. I'm just going to be losing my mind over how amazing Boichi is, because if you've read Sunken Rock or Dr. Stone, you know how godly this man is. Boichi is one of those artists where you just have to sit there and admire some of the panels, because holy shit, he could draw some of the most detailed characters and scenery that I haven't seen since I read Berserk. I know a lot of people thirst for Ace in the actual One Piece, like, manga, which I did not understand, and then here comes this manga, and he looks like this. How did Boichi manage to make this into one of the most majestic people I have seen in manga? Boichi somehow managed to make someone like Blackbeard who looks like this into this. Boichi somehow managed to perfectly transition Oda's goofy, unrealistic art style into this hyper-realistic, beautiful work of art. Not to shit on Oda's art style, I love it, but if One Piece looked like this, I would probably have eyegasms every time a new chapter came out. Every character looks so good, dude. There are no characters that look out of place. Well, maybe Marco does. He just looks kind of weird to me. I don't know. I mean, bro, look at this shit. Look at this. Look at the fights. Look at the scenery. Look at everything. This is gorgeous. I need Boichi to start doing other manga. Imagine if JJK got this treatment. Every Gojo and Sukuna stand would go even more feral if that's even possible. Wait, never mind. No, we don't need that. Like, okay, imagine if Chainsaw Man. Wait, that would be horrible too. Okay, just imagine a manga that would be amazing if Boichi did it. You can insert the name here. Like, whoa, isn't
insert manga here
look even better and nutworthy? Yeah, I know, right? Boichi also recreated 2 very iconic fights from the original One Piece story, being Zoro versus Mihawk and Nami versus Khalifa. And all I'm gonna say for that one is oh! Boichi, please make another chapter. Please, for the love of God, include Robin. Because if you can make Nami this hot, I need to see Robin. I just need to see Robin. Also, Viz, please, for the love of God, stop calling Zoro Zolo. This hurts my soul. Side note, whoever did the paneling for this manga needs praise too, because holy shit, some of these pages look like works of art on top of Boichi's art. Reading this actually made me want to go back and read Sunken Rock, because if that manga has the same quality art as this does, then I'm 100% down to read it. And I guess that would have made more sense to put here because, you know, he actually wrote it and didn't just do the art. But I guess this video is me talking about hentai artists, not authors, which that also doesn't make sense because they also made the... Never fucking mind. If you're going to read anything on this video, read Imaizumi and anything Boichi does. Skip the Dark Elf one. Honestly, just go read the doujin for that. It would be better than constantly being cock-blocked the entire time. If I missed any doujin artists or any safe for work versions of doujins, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section, and I will make a next part of this video in like a year if I'm going by the last time, like what I did the last time. And if you guys didn't enjoy me talking about just smut, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as that would just help me out a lot. And once again, Imaizumi supremacy, and anyone that says otherwise is wrong and loses speaking privileges for the rest of their lives. Anyway, bye.